Hello there, this is TJS, coach of the Tentacruel Pirates, and welcome to week 9 of PAC YouTube season 3. So, this week we're up against Ryno, coach of the Delaware Dittos. So, we have made playoffs, so I could technically go for like a meme team. However, Ryno I don't think still has made playoffs yet, so I don't think it's fair for others if I go for a meme and he wins. So I decided to make a proper team. So Ryno's team has the Greninja, the Goldengo, the Godsire, the Gardevoir, the Halucha, the Rotomfan, the Hariyama, the Spidops, the Toadschool, the Ditto, and the Lycanroc Midnight. And his Terra captains are the Goldengo and the Hariyama. So he has some threats like the Goldengo and the Greninja, but in general I think the matchup is in my favor. So the first mon we're bringing this week is the Charizard. So fire and flying moves hit like pretty good against his team, cause like his fire resist is like the Greninja, thick fat Hariyama, and the Lycanroc. And Hariyama gets blasted by Hurricane, and I don't think he's being Lycanroc when you have a Task and a Dondozo. So yeah, so we are running double step with Flamethrower, Hurricane, Sub, cause we have I think plenty of opportunities to set up a sub, especially like something on like the court side if it's like mono ground move. And last move we are just running Will-O-Wisp. So next mon is the Dondozo. So this is gonna be our lead against the Greninja. So the plan is to lead this thing, and if he is Greninja, I'm definitely sure he's running Grass Knot, and he might think he can OHKO me or like at least put me in very low health with the Grass Knot. We are max attack and max PDF. So with max PDF and Assault Vest, Grass Knot is not gonna OHKO us even if he's like mod specs, and we can just nuke him with an avalanche. So yeah, so that's gonna be probably our lead, especially against the Greninja. If it turns out it out, but if it decides to stay in and Grass Knot, it's gonna die. Next up we have Screamtail. This is just basically a defensive mon against his physical threats like the Holucha, Hariyama, and stuff. So we are running Wish Protect, T-Wave to slow down the Holucha basically, and Psyshock is just because he hits most things. Then we have our Gengar. So it might be a bit odd of running a Gengar when he has a Godsire and some other good stuff, but so we are gonna have a strategy against the Godsire. So basically we're gonna sub in front of the Godsire. He can set up rocks, he can try Toxicus, he can try Yawn, or he might go for like EQ. So if he EQs, we'll question disable it so it can't hurt us anymore, and then we are free behind the sub to fire off our double step, which is pretty good against his whole team. Next we have the Ocean, which is gonna be our Goldengo counter. So this is also gonna be our Terramon for this week. So we are a lot of SPDF with a little bit of defense investment. So if Goldengo goes for a Terra Flying, which he probably will since we have a Task, or any other Terra that's weak against us, we are still gonna able to take one hit, and then we can set up a light screen or knock it off, and then even Terra steal and go from there. So yeah, this is gonna be our blanket check to the Goldengo. And the last two moves are Giga Drain just for some sustenance, and Ruination is just for spreading some damage over the everything. And the last one is gonna be the Great Task. So we are running a bulk up Great Task. So Earthquake and Ice Spinner hits, most of his team fairly well, and if you can get a rapid spin speed boost up and a bulk up, we should be able to at least Oko or to hit KO like most of his team. It's pretty solid against his team. We're running max speed to outspeed stuff, then some attack and quite a bit of speed F to leave a few hits. So that is gonna be the team for this week. Now let's head on to the battle. Okay, so Ryno has decided to bring the Greninja, the Godengo, the Godsire, the Toad School, the Holucha and the Gardevoir. So I was actually unsure what he was gonna bring because he has like most of his mons made sense except for maybe the Toad School, which I didn't think he would have brought, but he did bring it. Probably gonna be a spike set or something. So as I said in the team builder, I'm just gonna lead with my Dondozo and hopefully he leads with Grain and goes for a grass knot, so and gets crushed by some ice blocks, but we'll see what he does. So he does lead with the Greninja and we lead with what? Dondozo. So this is like the perfect stuff that we planned. I'm just gonna click Avalanche without thinking. He can U-turn or do something else, but yeah, he does goes for the grass knot. So our turn 1 was a successful. There goes dice. Does kill, yeah, it kills. So yeah, there goes Grain turn 1, which is pretty good. That had pretty good offensive against our team, so getting rid of that turn 1 is pretty solid. Yeah, don't know what he brings out now. So we're going for the Freya, which is the Gardevoir, so it might have also have Grass Knot or Thunderbolt, but this thing has done its job. I'm just gonna go for a liquidation. I don't know why I didn't click Heavy Sun there, but yeah, it just goes for the Moon Burst, which we probably we still leave that hit, and this liquidation is gonna do a turn. Yeah, I think this thing has done its job good enough, so I'm okay to sack this thing. So Dondozo goes down, and now I can go into a few things, but I'll start with the Gengar because I'm pretty sure this is choice swapped. So I'm just gonna set up go for a Shadow Ball for whatever coming in. I don't think he has a resist in the back, especially after, I mean, Grain isn't technically resist, but yeah, he probably goes into the Corsair. Yeah, he brings out the Corsair, so this is gonna do a bit. Yeah, it did a bit, especially since we are modest. Now we can just set us up. If he kills, we can disable. If he sets up hazards, then we just start clicking Shadow Ball. Yeah, so we go for the sub. Don't know what. He expected a switch and go in for the toxic, but yeah, that's not gonna work. So now we are just free to click on Shadow Ball as long as we want till it goes for a move. Shadow, yeah, it's in a 3-hit range, so he just goes for the recover. That's fine, not too worried. I can technically disable the recover, but I think it's better to just go for Shadow Ball because it will just get a, we eventually get a speed F drop. Yeah, just yeah, and there we get the speed F drop. So the next one will go with definitely. Probably might, I don't know. If it will, it probably will, but Yeah, now I'm just gonna disable the EQ just in case he goes don't knock it out, but he decided to switch, so Saab or Shadow Ball probably would have been a better play. So he goes to the Toad School. So yeah, I have no idea what this is running, probably running something like Reach Seat, Spikes, Knockoff. So I'm just gonna go for a sub. I don't think he has more than one move to hit me anyway. Just go for the sub. He just sets up the spikes, which I'm not too worried about because this Gengar is putting on a good work and his team is now fairly weak at this point, so I'm not too concerned. So Surge Bomb is pretty free against things, especially if I can get a poison. Can technically bring in the Gordon or the Corsair, but they won't. Like the next Shadow Bomb which will be coming after this Surge Bomb, so yeah, he just stays in. That does about 50%, but we do get the poison, which means we have a chance to knock it out next turn. He just goes for the spikes. Okay, that is fine. Yeah, and after this poison we should be able to knock this thing out. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Surge Bomb. Yeah, and we do get a knockout on the Toad School. So he probably just switch in the Corsair again, because without the drop I don't think I do hit KO, so he can technically recover again. Yeah, so we'll just go for the Shadow Ball again. That doesn't knock it out, but he just goes for the Earthquake. So it does break our sub, but this thing is a place where he cannot recover any health anymore. So now we are free to fire off another Shadow Ball. However, something funny happened here. So my game got stuck, so I wanted to click Shadow Ball, but I have no idea what I clicked here. I wanted to click Shadow Ball, but with the game getting stuck, I have no idea what I clicked at this point. So yeah, so he does switch it out for some reason. I have no idea. I thought he would just sack this thing and bring in the something in the back, but we actually clicked Surge Bomb instead of the Shadow Ball, which actually did. I mean, it didn't matter at the end because it didn't get poisoned, but well, that was a funny moment. But yeah, I don't know what this thing is or what it's running, so I'm just gonna switch into my Scream Tail, because I don't think it has anything to hit KO us, at least even after those 2 years of Spike. Yeah, it just goes for the Prepper. We take it like a champ. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot. So now I can just go for a Wish, but he uses a taunt to stop us from wishing. That's also technically fine, because yeah, I didn't need the health that much anyway. So well, I just guess I go for the Psyshock to kill this thing. So he withdraws instead. I thought he would go into the Gorengo, but I just goes to Cursor, probably thinking that I might not have like a damaging move or something, but I do have the Psyshock especially for the Corsair, because I didn't want that thing to get freeze in front of us. So yeah, we did knock the Corsair out. So now it probably goes into the Gorengo, the Gardevoir. Let's see what it does. It goes into the Gorengo. We do have our Ocean Steel in the back, but yeah, he does go for the Gardevoir. So he's definitely going for either a Moonburst or a Shadow Ball, but we should be able to take one. Psyshock should do some damage. Yeah, it's not enough, but we should cover that on. But it's faster than us, so it probably is a scarfed. So yeah, I can just switch out into my Charizard, which will take this Moonburst fairly well, and then we can just fire a flamethrower. At this point he has nothing for the Zard. He traced our place. If he had Mystical Fire then maybe, but yeah. Moonburst could just get a special rock drop, but I don't think it matters anyway. I'll just fire off a flamethrower. Here, probably sacks this thing or the Lucha. He withdraws. I don't think he goes into the gold angle. He's probably sacking the Lucha. Yeah, even after the drop, I don't think it is. Yeah, it goes down. I do think this game is won at this point. I don't. If the Korengo specs, we have plenty of faster mons to Oko it. If it's Scarf, I don't think it Okos. Some Ochin should be able to take a hit and just knock it off. And if in its next pot, we still have plenty of faster mons. So yeah, he brings the Gardevoir back again. So it's probably gonna go for a T-Board or a Psychic. So I'm just gonna switch in OGN. It should take the hit. So OGN comes in. Yeah, he just goes for the Psychic and will be released. So yeah, so now I guess knockoff will just kill this thing out if it stays in, and if it goes into gold and go. Yeah, it just stays in. He can't afford to switch in gold and go yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna knock it. You know, it was the Scarf, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was the Scarf. So now we only have a gold and go to deal with. So I'm just gonna set up light skin next turn, whatever it wants to do. So there comes Dude, a code and go. I'm just gonna set up a screen, whatever he wants to do. He is going for the Terra, not surprising. It's the Terra flying. That's what most people are against a Great Dust team anyway. Yeah, he just goes for the Terra Blast. Won't knock us out, but the damage is a lot. It's probably either Expert Build or something like the Choice Fix. So we do take that hit, and now we can just Terra Steel and take the next hit as well and knock off whatever it has. Yeah, so we are gonna Terra Steel. We should take, after the screen and with the Terra Steel, we should take this next Terra Blast pretty well. He hit the 18 damage. Knock off, he's gonna knock his item. He was the specs. So yeah, I mean, I don't think we kill it with this thing, but I'll just go for the Ruination. So he has the Focus Burst, which is gonna land and knock us out, but that's fine. We can now go into the task and Ice Spin at this thing. We do have the screen sub, so he won't be able to knock us out with the Terra Blast, at least if it doesn't crit. Yeah, just Go for the spinner. It almost knocks it out, but not completely. He's gonna go for the Terra Blast, which, yeah, with the help of the screen, doesn't knock us out. And yeah, this next spinner should seal the deal. So yeah, so we do get a 4-0 victory to end the season of GG's to Ryno. I don't know if he makes playoffs or not, because there are like a bunch of people with 4-5, and I don't know his record, so he might do with what the differential he has. But yeah, GG's, and that will be all for this week, and the next game we play will be in playoffs. Bye.